I want to first off start saying that I apologize for my stuffy nose and my raspy voice. I've been sick for 2 weeks, and for whatever reason I can't get better. But you know, and sorry if I'm talking low because I'm recording from home and I have people at home, so and if you hear the background music, it's because I don't want them to hear me. But I usually go out in my car and go to some places to make videos, but today I wasn't feeling good. But anyways, I was gonna say, I wanted to talk about the self-improvement. So in this community and worldwide, everybody says like you have to self-improve and all that stuff, especially to men. This is directed to men. Nobody tells women to self-improve because obviously women don't have to self-improve. We live in a world that it belongs to women, not men, especially if you're a guy who's like TFLer, who's undesirable, who can get laid and all that. You always hear like, oh, you gotta improve yourself, man. You gotta do some major self-improvement and all that stuff. But these same people don't understand that self-improvement is not gonna get you anywhere. It just really doesn't get you anywhere. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. Self-improvement is like washing your car under the rain. That's pretty much what it means. Now, if you want to self-improve for yourself, go for it. But as far as I know, majority of men, if not all, they self-improve to get something, whether it's attention, finding a partner, girlfriend, getting laid, becoming more popular and all that stuff, They're not just self-improving just to do it, They're doing it for getting results that actually they want. And if you're a man that is at the deficit, if you're a man that is like it's at the lowest level, self-improvement is gonna get you so far. So what are the self-improvements, right, for us? Well, the first self-improvement is that everybody's beating us in the head is like, go to gym. Guys, going to the gym is not gonna change anything. I'm just be honest with you. Yeah, maybe you're gonna get a little bit of attention from women, but it's not gonna be like, oh my god, every girl that I'm going to talk to, they're just gonna drop their panties and all that stuff just because I have a good physique and all that stuff. That's not gonna happen, bro. That is not gonna happen unless like you're a 6'6" Chad and go to gym. You're not gonna get like attention from women like that. Like, like if you're like a 5'6" guy going to the gym, get jacked and all that stuff, women don't care about that, bro. Women really don't care about that. I mean, yeah, I would say like it's good to gain muscles, but let's be honest, we get muscles to get girls. So, and like I said, if you're a short guy, getting muscles, man, you know what women are gonna think? Women are gonna think like, oh, this guy's overcompensating, This guy, thinks like now automatically all girls are gonna look at him and all that stuff. Start laughing at you. because I was one of those guys, man. I was I was going to the gym like 6 days a week, and I was hardly getting any attention from females. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, the only times I was getting attention from females was only when I was going out with my friends. But when I was by myself, like, I did not notice any girl was like looking at me, and it kind of opened my eyes. I was like, I'm doing all this work, putting all this effort, and I was in good shape. You know, I had six pack, I had muscles, and I was taking care of myself too. You know, I was taking care of myself. I was wearing nice clothes, and I really wasn't getting nearly as much attention that I was putting the work to. So, if you guys want to go to gym, hey, that's good. Just be healthy and all that stuff. That's good. But if you think like, especially if you're a black pillar, if you think like you're going to the gym that you automatically gonna clean up with women, I'm telling you something. There are billions of other guys that go into the gym and they try to get the same girl that you'd want. So don't have high hopes that going to the gym is just gonna magically, change your situation. All of a sudden you're gonna get laid. Maybe you will, but I mean, the odds are you won't. So what's the other self-improvement that people say? They tell you like money max. Guys, money maxing is pretty good, but let me tell you something. If you're not a millionaire, then if you're like a black pillar or whatever, if you're not a millionaire, your situation is gonna be the same. Like, even if you make like what, 6,000 a month, your situation is still gonna be the same, bro. Cause 6,000 a month nowadays, it's nothing to be proud of. Like, it's nothing to like. In some cases, you can't even live on your own. I'm telling you, like, the price of everything that is skyrocketed. It's not impressive to women, bro. Like, I'm telling you something. If you unless you're making like 30,000 a month, 30, 35, 40,000 a month, they're not impressed by that, bro. They're not like, your little paycheck is like, it's not gonna impress them. There are millions of other guys have way more offered than you, offered to the same girl than you. I'm telling you. And it's just one of those things. Like, everybody says, oh, grind, money max, put in work and all that stuff. I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you mean by money maxing? You want to get a second job? You want a third job? Fourth job? Side hustle? How much are you making, bro? How much are you gonna make with all those stuff, with your 3 jobs and side hustle? How much? How much are you making? Are you gonna be a millionaire in 5 years? Just saying, man. Just saying. So, money's good, but like I said, these women are not impressed by your little paycheck, bro. So, the other self-improvement that people say is that, get your social skills up. Now, this is kind of annoying because, you cannot really get your social skills like better by yourself. You can't really do that because you can't just watch yourself or like record yourself and get yourself get your social skills better in that way. You can't really do that, bro. You have to interact with other people, and when you're in this situation, nobody wants to interact with you, and most likely your situation is not gonna get better. And also, as the years go by, if you don't have like no friends or nothing, most likely you're not gonna get any friends too, and your social skills is gonna go down even more. They're gonna get worse. So social skills, I mean, it's a good thing, but unfortunately, when you're, like I said, when you're in a situation, you can't really do that because nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to interact with you. You know, even if you try and go out and all that stuff, yeah, I mean, maybe you're gonna get one or two people that are cool and all that stuff, but they have their lives, bro. They have their lives. They're not gonna be there 24/7 for you. You know, they have wives. They have their lives. They have like they have their stuff. You know, so they're not gonna really worry about you. So maybe you're gonna see them once in a blue moon. And how can you improve your social skills if you see people once in a blue moon? If you're not interact with them like on a regular, you're gonna forget that shit, you know. Because social skills have to be constant. You have to have constant interactions with mostly with different people, you know. Because with one person, it's not gonna help that much. But like I said, especially nowadays, everybody's just too closed off. Everybody's too standoffish, you know. Everybody's just antisocial. So, and everybody has their own cliques. So if you're a guy like this, especially over the age of 30, your social skills are not gonna get better, bro. And this is very bad, bro. It's very bad because there's no other way, you know. Like what else you can do? Like, you know, you want to interact with females. I mean, they don't give you no chance, bro. Or you see them, the next time you don't see them again. You only see them once, maybe maximum twice, and they're not even care about you, bro. They're going out with other guys, bro. So so I mean, so the next improvement that people say is that, you know, get fashion max and all that, get better sense of fashion, wear better clothes and clone and all that stuff. Well, let me tell you something. Your clothes are only like a little bit of help in your appearance. And I'm telling you something. If your appearance is not like appealing, there's no fashion or nothing is gonna help that, you know. Like, you know, what do you want to do? You want to like go out with like Gucci shoes, Louis Vuitton belt, and Chanel like t-shirt and all that stuff. Like, those, first of all, those things gonna cost you some money. They're gonna cost you like thousands of dollars. And I don't think you want to do that, bro. Nah, you guys gonna be like, oh my god, you're out of your mind. Just wear some Jordans. Just wear some like, you know, like Calvin Klein, like t-shirt and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. And like that's gonna like that's gonna help you like significantly. Like you, all of a sudden you're gonna be flashy to women and all that stuff. They're gonna break their necks for you. Okay, all right, my guy, all right. But yeah, I'm just saying, man. Like, wearing better clothes and all that stuff is not really gonna. It's not gonna really help you like that. Especially like I said, if you're a guy in this situation, man, it's not gonna really help like that. You know, there are too many guys just like you or better. So your little fashion is not gonna do anything. You know, talking about like wearing like expensive as cologne and all that stuff, like smells the whole store or something whenever you walk. Nobody cares about that, bro. I mean, if you don't wear, I mean, yeah, you should not stink. You should not smell bad, but but I'm telling you, if you wear a cologne and all that stuff, people gonna, oh, that smells good, but they look at you and they get disgusted, you know. They think like you smell good, but you're musty, you know, but you look nasty. You know, you look nasty because you're not attractive. I mean, you can be clean and all that stuff, but hey, if women perceive you as unattractive, you're just nasty to them, bro. And that's just how it is, man. If you guys don't believe me, just do it yourself, man. Do it yourself. And you're gonna see. If you're a below average guy, if you're an average guy doing all this stuff, the outcome is gonna be the same. You know? Now I'm gonna go through this like fast because time is not my friend, and so what's the other self-improvement that they say? Oh, they say like get a haircut, you know, get groomed and all that stuff. Like like okay, getting a haircut is good, but let me tell you something, man. You think like just by getting a haircut now all of a sudden you're gonna be a ladies man? Like you shave your beard and all that stuff. You think like you just all of a sudden all women are gonna like stare at you and all that? They don't, bro. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be more attractive, but if your overall look is not good enough for a female, your little haircut is not definitely not gonna be good enough. And I'm telling you from experience, bro. I'm telling you from experience. Like, I've done everything, man. I've done everything. I get haircut like on the regular. I get haircuts on the regular. Once, twice a week on the regular. It doesn't change a damn thing, bro. It doesn't change a damn thing. People treat me the same. Haircut without a haircut. That's it. Now, getting your haircut is clean. Like, I know it look more clean, but it's not necessarily gonna make people like respect me and all that stuff, you know. It really won't. Because it didn't. What's the other thing? So people say that, oh, you know, go out there and talk to women, bro. Go out there and, you know, get some, know how to talk to women, learn how to talk to women and all that stuff. Let me tell you something. This is a joke, bro. Because if you go out, you know, trying to approach women and all that stuff, well, first of all, you're gonna get exposed with tons of rejections, and you guys already know that. And that ain't fun, man. Like getting tons of rejections, that's not gonna be fun, man. Like you go out there thinking like you have a chance, and the first girl you talk to, trying to approach, she's like, nah, I'm good. The second girl says like, nah, I have a boyfriend. The third girl, she's flat out ignoring you. The fourth girl, She's gonna be, nah, I'm not interested. The fifth girl, she's like, I don't feel the connection. No, that's not. The sixth girl says, nah, you're not my type. The seventh girl is probably humiliating you or insulting you for your appearance. And after that, you're thinking like, oh my god, like what did I do? Like, this is just, social. I mean, getting experience with women should happen when you're like, it should start by under the age of 5. When you're 5 years old, you're around women and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And after like 5, you start getting better and better, 10 years old, 15, 15, you're already having sex and all that stuff, because you know how women are, how women act and all that stuff. And talking to women is not easy, bro. Talking to women takes like decades, bro. Laugh at me if you want, bro. Laugh at me if you want. Talking to women is not easy, bro. You have to exactly know what to say, what to do, how to act. You have to know your words. You have to know the slangs. You have to know like what to do, all that stuff at a certain time. You have to know exactly what you're doing, bro, with women. And like I said, it starts from a young age. Like a fucking 32-year-old guy who has 0 experience with women start talking to women, and I mean, it's just like, that thing is torturing, bro. Like, that guy's finished, man. That guy's cooked. He would never learn how to talk to women. You know why? Because he knew he wasn't the chosen one. He never learned those skills at the young age, man. It's just like that, man. Everything with women should start young, bro. If you're too old, man, you're 30, you're too old, man. Too old. You can't really learn nothing, bro. The damage is done. Women can sense that you never talk to girls, bro. Women can sense that you weren't getting regular dates. Women can sense that you didn't have sex for 20 years. Women can sense that, bro. And once they sense that, that's it. You'll be written off. And, it's just like all these PUAs and artists, all like pickup artists and all that bull crap. They're saying like, oh, you should go out there and approach girls, man. You should break that barrier. You should learn how to be confident. And all that stuff. I'm like, who you're talking to? You're not talking to like some 17 or 16-year-old, bro. You're talking to somebody who's like 28, 29, 30, 32, 35. Talking about older guys, man. These older guys, if they didn't learn at the young age, how the fuck they gonna learn at their like old age? Like, for real, man. And you guys can call me whatever you want. You guys can call me lazy and all that stuff, but I'm almost in my mid-30s, dog. I'm in my mid-30s, dog. You can't tell me nothing, man. You cannot tell me nothing. Not a damn thing. And it's not gonna help if you're short. It's not gonna help if you're not attractive. It's not gonna help if you're ethnic. It's not gonna help if you don't have money, bro. None of that's gonna help, bro. And it just adds up, man. So, what's the other thing, they tell you, like, have a better personality, you know. Let me tell you something. Having a better personality, it's, well, first of all, women don't give a damn about personality. They don't give a shit about personality. They don't, bro. Women don't give two flying bird shits about personality. They just don't care. If they care about personality, I mean, look at the men that they're attracted to. Look at the type of men that they're going for. Look at their boyfriends, bro. Do you think like their boyfriends have personality? Do you think like an ex-convict who committed like a violent crime and domestic violence and all that stuff, do you think like that guy has personality? Do you think like somebody who had like attempted murder, no, record, or robbery or something like that, do you think that guy has personality, bro? Do you think like a guy who's like affiliated with gangs and all that stuff, do you think like he has personality? Do you think like a guy who owns like 20 firearms, you know, do you think like that guy has personality? Bro, most of these guys, they have anger issues, they have like childhood trauma, they have like violent behaviors, man. They're just piece of shit human beings, bro. They're just scumbags. They're just animals, man. And women love that. These guys don't have personality. You know what they do? They have looks, man. They have looks. And that's what women care about. Women care about your looks, man. Women care about looks and you being a piece of shit. That's all they care about. You know? They don't care about your no good personality. Like, if you're a good, loving, humble person, a guy, women are gonna abandon you. You know, you're invisible to women. They don't care about you. They don't care about your whole existence. They think you're lame. They think you're weirdo. They think something is wrong with you if you have good personality, bro. They think you're a virgin, you know, if you have a good personality. If you're a guy that is not angry, temper tantrum, if you're a guy that don't have face tattoos and all that stuff, one thing something's wrong with you, bro. One thing you're too soft. You know, they think like you're too passive. They think like you're just a doormat, bro. They can walk all over you. So all this personality shit, bro, women don't give a damn about that. Confidence too, like, but I'm gonna talk about confidence now. So people say like, oh, you should have confidence, bro. You should be confident, man. Get your confidence up, man. Let me tell you something. Confidence is not a soda that you buy at the gas station, drink it, and become like confident, bro. Now, confidence is not a pill that you swallow, and now all of a sudden your organs realize like, oh my god, that's a confidence pill, you know, all that stuff. Now you all of a sudden you become confident. That shit is none of it, bro. Confidence comes from your personal experiences, man. Comes from your life experiences. You know, confidence comes from your looks. Confidence comes from like what you have done, like greatness. You know, confidence is not coming out of a thin air. You know, confidence comes from your the experiences that you have with women, bro. Like if you're in your 30s, you have a lot of like experiences with women. Like if your body count is like high, then you're gonna be confident, man. Because you'll be like, I had my fun, you know. Now I'm just racking up bodies, you know, who cares? Women love that. Women love that when you have a high body count. Just like them, bro. Women love that. Women love like when your body count is on a triple or quadruple digits, man. They love that. Especially with attractive girls. Like, I'm gonna tell you, man. All these people that talking about confidence, they just airheads, man. They just dumbasses. They don't know what they're talking about, bro. They're like clueless NPCs, bro. And they don't know like they don't even know where confidence is coming from. They think like, oh, confidence is like a light switch, you know, just turning on and off. And that's just not how it is, man. Confidence comes from years, bro. Years. Usually, like, you should get your confidence up at the young age, bro. I would say like in your teenage years. Like you start talking to girls and all that stuff. And if you're good looking, boom, you're confident. More girls coming to you, or you become more confident. Then later in life, you get opportunities. Boom, more confident. Then people treat you nice. Boom, that's another confident. You know. So that's how confidence is coming from, bro. But if you don't have none of it, you're not gonna be confident, and you can't do nothing about that, bro. If you don't have if you don't have good looks, if you don't have like no life accomplishments, if you're not rich, like you're not gonna be confident, bro. Period. If you don't have no experience with women in your 30s, you're not gonna be confident, bro. that's just how it is. You're not gonna walking around like you're a player or something. You're walking around like you ain't shit. You know, that's just how it is, man. But people say like, oh, you should be confident, man. Regardless, you should be confident. You should be confident, bro. I'm like, oh, man, these NPCs annoy the shit out of me, bro. You know, it gets more annoying when girls tell you that, bro. Because definition of confidence to women is different, bro. Like, you should never listen to women. You should never trust women. Like, whenever women say that it's based on their perspective. It's based on their, like, lenses. You know, they don't... Bro, like, most women know, like, most women, if not all women know, a good-looking guy is confident. Women know a Chad, like a tall, good-looking Chad is confident. Why? Because women are attracted to him. Women know that a guy who has a long history with women, you know, long sexual history with women, is confident. Why? Because he can easily manipulate and play women, you know. Women know a man who's a womanizer is confident, you know. Why? Because, like, just getting women for him is so easy, you know. He knows exactly how to do things and what to say to make women do whatever he wants for him. You know. So confidence is just like I mean, it's good to have confidence, but you have to have something to be confident of, you know. You cannot be just a regular average Joe and be confident. Like, if you're in your 30s and never had a girlfriend, you're not going to be confident, bro. If you're in your 30s living with your mom, you're not going to be confident. If you're in your 30s and always getting treated like shit by people, you're never going to be confident, bro. You know, and that's just how it is. It's not this word is, man. Like, there are so many false self-improvements that people are talking about. That doesn't mean anything, bro. You can't have all that and get nowhere. Just feel empty. You know. This is how it is, man. This is the word, you know. Some people are just meant to win. Some people are meant to lose. If you have to do all these stuff just to get noticed or get a girlfriend, I mean, it never began, bro. It's over for you. But with that said, I'm gonna get out of here because I feel like I cannot talk no more. And you know, I'm pretty sick, like I said, and I took some medication. And but either way, man, you guys have a good one. Leave your comments, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out.